Quite nice part of the canal where it opens up again in water, and it is quite wide in places. Barnsley Canal was considered quite a wide canal in some places. Some of it worked as a reservoir for the canal, and in places actually quite deep. I think the average canal is about 3 or 4 foot deep, but in places this canal was more like 6-7 foot deep. So it's quite picturesque. Along this canal there's actually runways that run, or piping that runs down to the Dearne. That's to take water away from the canal when it's flooded. Obviously they've all collapsed and don't work anymore. Where I previously told you about, that's one of the reasons why it leaks, it overflows and goes into the farmer's field, and there was a massive court case against it, against the council, but in the end the court ruled that it was actually the coal mining board that were responsible for it, because they put it in. So nothing has ever been done about it. Just have another look. So I'm actually going to finish this video at Smithies, but I am actually going to continue. That's the route where I'm going to finish the route, but I am going to continue with the video at the opposite side. Now somewhere up there, if I can find them, it's 3 old mine shafts, so we'll see if we can find them. Then it opens up a bit and you've got these seats, obviously rather old. It's always intrigued me though, why have they got seats looking at the trees and not at the canal? But then again, there's not a right lot to look at the canal. From here to the end on this section, Smithies, it's no longer in water, all overgrown. So we now come to the end of this section, which is known as Smithies, or the bottom of Honeywell. Get to the main road. That's the main road where you see the cars. There was a bridge there to carry the canal under the road, but that got dismantled in about 1960s and 1970s. So next time I'm going to start my video from here. We're going to go to Twyble Street. There's not a lot left of the canal from here to Twyble Street, but there's lots of evidence. So even though I'm ending the route here today, I'm not ending the video. I'm now going to climb up the hill and go across to the other side of the canal. So this is where we are on the main road, just in case anyone wants to get the bearings. And I have now to walk up this steep road on a hot day just to get to the other side. Okay. Right, I've looked and I've looked. I can't find them. There are 3 mine shafts. They are fairly close together. Obviously they've all been capped off now. I have had a look on a map to see what the name of the colliery was, and I looked on a map from the 1850s, and even on that map it said old shaft mines. So it must have been from one of the very old coal mines if a map from the 1850s said old shaft mines. And in a minute you'll be able to see me down towards the canal. It is right in front of me if I can get away from these trees. Them old shafts could be somewhere in there, but I've looked and looked. But if you know where they are, you know, they are quite big when it's capped off. And that's the canal. We're not going to walk straight down to it from here, we're going to go diagonally to follow a footpath. In fact, I might go up that way just see if I can see the mine shafts. We're now back on the other side of the canal. You noticed earlier I spotted a substantial wall, canal wall, where I think there was some kind of basin. Well, this is that wall here. So yeah, very substantial. Can't see a lot of it because it's undergrowth, but it goes a long way. And we're going to follow this path and it's going to bring us out at Tinker's Pond. So we're now at Tinker's Pond again, walking through Croft Farm with all the animals, llamas, sheep, pigs, goats, and the bridge that I pointed out earlier in this video is coming up along the other side. Then from here I'm going to walk past Tinker's Pond, and if it's accessible we'll go through the monkey tunnel under the railway. Okay, So I've just walked above Tinker's Pond. Somewhere behind them trees is the train line up there. You'll often find train lines near a canal, and the reason for this is because the train lines are actually built to compete with the canal. So more often than not, when you see a canal, you'll see a railway nearby. Just a bit further up here there's a level crossing for crossing the railway line, but a few weeks ago some young stupid lads decided to lay down on it, and as a result they've actually closed the level crossing off. So I don't know if it's permanent or not, but what I'm going to do now is see if there is access to this monkey tunnel to actually get under this railway and back on the other side of the canal. Yeah, this monkey tunnel is open. As you'll see, they've closed the level crossing off, so this is the only alternative footpath. Bit eerie to walk through it on your own, but not what to be scared of. If I get over this stile. So it's just across here. I think even though it's called a monkey tunnel, it's actually quite an high one for a monkey tunnel. They're usually a bit smaller than this. So this will take us under the railway and to the other side. It's a bit eerie when you're on your own, but it is what it is. And we get to this gate. Right, looks like I've got to climb over it, or climb under it. I'm getting older. And if we look back, there's the monkey tunnel there. Quite nice this time of year around here. Come in winter, you come out to basically a flooded field. Just up there is an old tramway that would have gone down to the canal. This video I did of the Silkstone tramway. There was hundreds of tramways around here, in fact all over the country. I believe Silkstone tramway is probably one in the top 3 in the country of evidence and things that's left by it. So I'm going to end my video here today. In the next video I'll do the section from Smithies, where we came out earlier, all the way to Twybull Street. So Twybull Street is where you next see it in water again, and where it joins with another canal. See you next time.